How often should you upload videos to YouTube? Can you upload too often? Too infrequently? What is the perfect uploading schedule for my channel? Well, as always, it depends. I think we'll start with the technical answer to this one, and yes, there is a point where you can upload too much content to YouTube. And this all comes down to notifications, so let me ask you a question. How many notifications do you think you can receive from a channel you're subscribed to in a 24-hour period? Give us the answers in the comments below and I'll answer that in about 30 seconds. Notifications are of course very important to your channel. These people who have put faith in your content by pressing that red button are getting those notifications because it is assumed that they want to watch your content. And people visiting your new video for at least certainly the first 3 to 6 hours are mostly coming from your notifications from your subscribers that drive up that initial video velocity. The more clicks you get on your videos, the more watch time you get, the higher audience view duration, can all be positive signals to YouTube in the early stages of your video, which means that YouTube will share your content with more people. So yes, notifications are important and you want to make sure that every single subscriber who clicked on that notification bell is notified that you have new content, which is why you should post a maximum of 3 videos every 24 hours because that's the most notifications a subscriber can get from a channel in that period. And of course, the very worst thing you can do is bulk publish videos all at once. So if you are going to release 3 videos a day, then stagger them in the morning, afternoon, and in the evening. Nobody wants 3 notifications of video releases from the same channel all at once. But of course, anything more than 3 videos a day on a YouTube channel is on the extreme end of things. So let's talk about the 99.9% of people who still need this upload question answering. Let's jump to the other end of the spectrum where you as a creator think you don't create enough content. Can posting too infrequently harm your channel? And again, the answer depends on your audience. For example, a younger audience of say 18 or below probably has a little bit more time on their hands and they're more connected to the digital world, so they're likely to be on YouTube and other social media platforms every single day. And if you're a gaming channel, that fits right into your wheelhouse. Posting a video every single day, potentially more, is going to get along just fine with your audience. But on the other hand, what if you're a very busy mum who also works during the week and is so busy that they have maybe an hour or 2 on a Sunday night to see what's going on in the world of YouTube with their favorite creators? It all does depend on creator and audience cadence. There's probably a good chance that your watching habits on YouTube as a creator are aligned to a certain extent to your target audience. So you can ask these questions yourself a little bit. How often do you go on YouTube and for how long do you watch video content? And are you the type who are loyal to a certain channel and will wait for new content to come out? Or do you get restless when there's gaps between video content and you move on to something else to satisfy your needs? That's probably how your audience reacts to content as well. Now, these are going to be somewhat wild generalizations, but a gaming channel maybe posts a video once a day. A vlogging channel maybe posts once or twice a week. And an animation channel probably doesn't post for a couple of months, so they have huge gaps between content. Is there any way you can fix that? And the answer might be yes. With the turmoil that TikTok is currently in, YouTube is trying to step into their place with their new YouTube Shorts feature. In order for your video to be considered a short, it has to be in a vertical video format of less than 60 seconds and include hashtag shorts in the video title or description. So certainly for channels that have longer gaps between uploading their regular content, this may be a viable alternative to feed a little bit of your content to your audience. It might be behind the scenes or a sneak peek into a future video. YouTube Shorts, start researching it and maybe do a little bit of testing. Let's go back to audience cadence and that mom who's really busy, who can maybe only visit YouTube once a week. If you're publishing several videos a week, it might be that they just don't have time to watch all of your content. And so that's when you need to start reviewing audience cadence. And you can do that through some YouTube analytics. In the YouTube Creator Studio, we're going to go to Analytics, and on the main channel Analytics page, we're going to the Audience tab and changing the time period to the last 90 days, as this is the maximum amount of data that can be recorded for unique viewers and average views per viewer. Now what we're going to do is swap out the subscriber count here for the channel views so that we can see the channel got 7 million views over that 90-day period, but 4 million of those views came from unique viewers or visitors to your content. And so what that means is that an average viewer watched 1.7 videos on our channel. Obviously you want to get this number as high as possible, with ideally each viewer watching all of your videos. And it would be awesome if some of you could share these figures of your own analytics in the comments below. And I will say this, the data is a little difficult to interpret, because if you see this graph, not a single one of these numbers is above 1.7, so how can that be the average? I'll leave that up to YouTube's imagination. Now, first of all, unique viewers can be an indication of content consistency. If you're producing really consistent content all of the time and hitting that target audience with everything that they want to watch, you would expect that number to rise. But if you're producing all sorts of weird and wacky stuff that the viewer didn't necessarily sign up for, then the unique viewer count is probably going to be lower, because they'll watch one video, see the next thing and decide it's not for them and move on. Now then, when it comes to upload frequency, if you're uploading videos at the same cadence as when your audience watches content, then they have the opportunity to watch all of your content. However, if you're producing far too much content that your audience doesn't have time to watch, then there are going to be gaps in the videos that they watch, and your unique viewer count may start to decline. As your channel grows and you produce more content, it can take a lot more to influence these analytics, as you saw from my graph, which was fairly static. But what you can test doing is maybe adding an extra video a week to your content, or removing a video a week to your content. Because it may be that you're doing all of these extra videos, but nobody's watching them because they just don't have time, because the upload frequency doesn't match their watching frequency. Another thing that can influence your upload frequency is quality. And we get to that discussion of quantity versus quality. Yes, everybody makes a video with the intention of it being the highest quality possible. Having said that, there are times when quantity may be more beneficial, and that is at the start of your YouTube journey. Uploading more frequently gives you more shots at the target, especially when you're not quite sure how the YouTube process works. So after you've done 50 and 100 videos, you'll start to get an idea of what works best for you and your audience, and you can tune your videos with higher quality in that regard. But you're only going to get that experience if you create content. At the same time, YouTube has more data from you to play with, so it can understand how to serve your content to the best audience. There are also often time-sensitive opportunities, which means that you might not be able to put in the best quality for your content, but you need to get out as much information as possible before everybody else floods YouTube with the same content. Being first can sometimes be super powerful on YouTube. Let me put it this way, if you're a tech channel and you publish content on a regular schedule of every Monday and Friday, let's say the iPhone 12 is announced on a Tuesday, are you going to wait until Friday to publish your thoughts, or are you going to try and publish your immediate reaction on the Tuesday evening? Yes, some channels can get away with waiting a little while, but that's because they have an established audience who trust the creator and know that they will provide unique, valuable information that they can't get anywhere else. But for most people, time is of the essence when it comes to a trending topic. I will also say this, never put all of your YouTube eggs into one video and hope that that is going to be the one that goes viral. Anybody who's been creating content on YouTube has this familiar story. They've put all of their time, effort and energy into a video thinking that this is going to be the one that takes their channel to the next level, and they release it, but it doesn't perform as well as they expected, and they're a little disheartened by that. Next month, they put together a couple of videos that took them nowhere near as long, and they think nothing more of it, and then those videos turned out to be the most popular ones on the channel. That happens to everyone. So in my personal experience at least, it's best not to attach too much personal emotion and hope and faith and trust into one video and spread it out across many videos over a longer period of time. Also, think about your capacity to create video content. For example, let's say you can make 5 videos a month. Should you publish those 5 videos? Well, what if life gets in the way or you want to take a vacation? Maybe it's a good idea to publish 4 videos and have that non-time sensitive video held back in case you need to release it while you're off on vacation, or you just need a break from YouTube for a couple of weeks. If you have a bit of slack in your upload frequency, it means that you continue to maintain your upload frequency and your audience remains satisfied. So with all of that being said, I hope you understand at least some of the theory about how often you should upload to YouTube. But of course, all of this leads on to the next question about uploading. When should I upload and publish my videos to YouTube? And the answer is, it's in this video right over here. So do check it out. And of course, enjoy the rest of your video making